I'm sure at this point you all have heard about capsule wardrobes, and maybe you've even thought about trying one. Now, I will not claim that I have a capsule wardrobe, but I am working towards one. I heard about capsule wardrobes, I don't know, a few years ago. And it's become this sort of trendy thing, which is sort of ironic because the point of a capsule wardrobe is to not be so trendy all the time, but to base your wardrobe on wardrobe essentials or wardrobe basics, and then add in some colorful or fun pieces or accessories so that your wardrobe can still be interesting, but you don't have to always be buying all these fast fashion clothes. So fast fashion is what happened, I think, in the early 90s when all these stores started becoming really popular that just had cheap clothes that were trendy and not necessarily built to last. So things like Old Navy, sorry Old Navy, and I love the styles at Old Navy and I love the prices at Old Navy, but I am actually trying to not shop at places like that anymore because they're not built with sustainability in mind for our planets, for our sense of well-being, for our pocketbooks. They're just not a sustainable model. They are for themselves, perhaps, but not for those of us who need to save money and get good value out of our clothes. So I am trying to work toward a more minimalist capsule wardrobe. So some of the principles of a capsule wardrobe that I really am attracted to are things like having some wardrobe basics that you then add interesting pieces to keep things fresh and keep things exciting, not get bored with your wardrobe, but you have some really good core pieces that are quality pieces that you shopped for and that you intentionally purchased. My question of the video for you today is, have you ever tried a capsule wardrobe? Or do you have a capsule wardrobe and how's it going for you? I want to be inspired by you, so please let me know down below. The idea of a capsule wardrobe was a little insane for me at first because I love colors and patterns, but I also realized that that meant that I would go shopping and just buy whatever I liked at the store to wear, and then nothing that I had ever seemed to go together, or I would have a top that only went with one pair of pants. And that's a really hard way to live if you don't want to spend a ton of time getting dressed in the morning, because you have to actually really think a lot early in the morning before you've even had your coffee. So I'm trying to eliminate that and make it so that it's just really easy to grab things from my closet, throw them on, and know that they're things that I actually like. We also all tend to have a lot of things in our closet that we don't like. I learned recently that it's very common for women to have clothes in their closet that have the tags on them still, and that most women actually have a lot of clothes in their closet that have the tags on them still. I tend to take the tags off and wash things right away. I like things fresh, make sure there are no chemicals or any dyes that are gonna bleed. You know, like you get a new pair of jeans, you don't wanna like leave blue on someone's white sofa. So I always wash everything first and then hang it up, but I do tend to wear things at least once before I realize that they were a mistake. But the point is, I think we all have had things that we've bought thinking we were gonna love them, or maybe we bought them because they were on sale and they were just too good to pass up. But then you end up with a closet full of clearance items, and you ended up actually spending a lot of money on your entire wardrobe, but you don't have things that you really want to wear. So how do you get started with a capsule wardrobe? You might be wondering what you can do to start moving toward a capsule wardrobe yourself. So here are some simple steps that you can take. First, you're gonna start by picking your base color, which is either going to be black or navy. I chose black for fall and winter, and navy for spring and summer, because the seasons are so dramatically different here that there's not a lot that I would wear all year anyway. I've never liked wearing a ton of black. I probably could have just gone with navy all around, but again, as I mentioned, a lot of the essentials that you shop for, like the little black dress, are much easier to find in black. So I do have a little bit of black that I might wear in the summer, but for the most part, I keep black in my fall winter capsule. Your second step will be adding in pieces that are in other neutral colors like white, beige, tan, even camel. Grays are fabulous for a capsule wardrobe. Don't worry, you do get to add some color. We're getting to that part, but you want to make sure that you have a lot of layering options and basic pieces in neutral colors. Now, the third step is where it starts to get a little bit fun because of course we don't want to be too boring, although some people go with neutrals for the whole capsule. A lot of people like to add 1 to 3 accent colors. So the third step is picking 1 to 3 accent colors, and those can be for your entire wardrobe if you want to really keep things simple, or it could be per season. So you could have 1 accent color per season, a couple per season, whatever you feel you need to keep it fresh for yourself. And also depending on how much color you like to wear. I love color. I rarely dress in all black, And so even if I'm wearing black, I do like to add a pop of color. That's now going to vary based on what my accents colors are. I've opted for now to actually do 2 accent colors twice a year, just like I'm doing black for fall and winter and navy for spring and summer. I am doing red and bright blue for my winter accents and teal and purple for my spring and summer accents. This is just what works for me. You do you. Obviously, there aren't rules. There are just guidelines, so you can adjust this so that it fits your lifestyle and your preferences. Generally, when you're making a capsule wardrobe, you don't have to count things like your loungewear, your sleepwear, things that you work out in, not yoga pants that you actually wear, because those could be athleisure and part of your capsule, but like workout wear that you actually only work out in doesn't count as part of your capsule. And people get really into counting the number of items they have in their capsule wardrobe. I'm not that far yet, but you certainly could. You could limit yourself to 36 items or even 100 items. It's probably a lot less than what you already have. I just watched a video where somebody had about 50 items and that was for their whole year. I'm really impressed and encouraged by watching things like that. I'm just not quite ready for that yet. So typically if you have a capsule wardrobe, you would actually change out everything in your closet or all of the seasonal pieces 4 times a year because 4 seasons. My spring, summer are all mixed together in these bins. So I actually really only change my wardrobe about twice a year. And so I've been putting off changing to the spring and summer stuff because our weather keeps going back to winter. For spring and summer, I have navy as one of my main base neutral colors. So a lot of my basics are in navy. And then other neutrals like grays, that's all year. Those are always admissible. But my accent colors that I've chosen for spring and summer are purple and teal. I did treat myself to a couple of new items this spring. I am trying so hard not to buy things just because I want them, but actually buy things that I need. For example, I picked up this purple t-shirt from Packed Organic. I actually do all my shopping online, even before COVID. Once I had kids, I basically shop online. Like shopping with a baby just didn't seem like fun for me. I bought myself this t-shirt because it's purple, so it's one of my colors for spring and summer, and it's just a really nice kind of medium weight t-shirt. This is not sponsored, by the way. I don't have any sponsors at this point, so when I recommend something, it's because I just really, truly love it. And I also got a jumpsuit, or is it a romper? I think when it has long pants, it's a jumpsuit. So I got this from there. It has the nice wide legs, which are a little bit trendy, but are also just nice and flattering, I think. Pockets, I love pockets. Oh, even before kids, I loved pockets, but especially with kids. And then a nice zipper at the back so that you can get out of it when you need to go to the bathroom and you're not stuck in there. I started keeping a document on my phone where I would note certain basic pieces that I don't have that I need to look for. And I am incredibly frugal or cheap. I don't know if I'm frugal or cheap or both. I don't mind investing in a good piece, but investing for me is still probably really cheap compared to most people. So a lot of my clothes are secondhand or these days from my neighborhood buy nothing group. So I am not spending a lot on clothes. You don't have to either. Next up, I'm just going to show you a few things that I have coming up in my spring and summer wardrobe, some of my basic pieces and how I mix and match those so that I can make a ton of different outfits with pieces that I really just feel good in and can grab and throw with anything else that's already in my closet. So let me show you how some of these pieces mix and match. You can see here that I've got my new jumpsuit and I have different accessories that I like to put with it. I can wear it with a hat, I can wear it with a belt. I've got a couple of purses that I use in the summer. So I can keep it interesting even though it's sort of your simple one and done outfit. As a mom of young kids, I find skirts to be really practical and comfortable in the summer, plus they look great. Of course, you're going to want to have some basic shoes that work with a lot of different outfits as well. Then finally, you'll add in some fun accessories to keep things interesting. I love this hat for summer because it also provides a little shade for my face. Of course, summer is all about accessories because a lot of times you don't want to add a lot of layers to make your outfit interesting, so you're going to want to add accessories instead. Whereas the other 3 seasons of the year, layers are something that can really make your outfit pop. So those are just some tips for starting a capsule wardrobe. If you're interested in a capsule or minimalist wardrobe, I will be posting more here on my channel. Be sure to subscribe below. If you want more about just minimalism or minimalist wardrobes, we can go that direction. Let me know in the comments what you think, and definitely let me know if you've tried any of this. Until next time, you've got this, mamas.